Up this morning, cool temperatures again today, but things are going to start creeping back up ever so slightly by the afternoon.
It is. It's the mornings are so nice, but then by the afternoon you're like, fall who?
Yeah.
It gets so warm.
This is leave the sweatshirt on the school bus kind of wet.
That's
weather.
right. Absolutely. Yeah. Tampa rainfall. I want to talk about that as well because this is a big part of our story. We've had this beautiful weather that hopefully you've been able to get out and enjoy, but we've had no rain. So far this month, we've picked up only 0.17 inches of rain. So we're in over an inch of a deficit for the entire month. And then take a look at the year. We're in almost 7 inches of a deficit on the year in terms of rainfall. Really, if it wasn't for the rainy August we had where we picked up over 11 inches of rain, our drought conditions would be much worse because the back half of our rainy season has been far from rainy. Here's a look at satellite and radar, the big picture. I know there's a lot going on, but a very large weather system building out in the west, already bringing some snow to the Rockies. That's going to continue to move across the lower 48 over the next week or so, and then that'll knock on our door this weekend, finally bringing us a very low-end rain chance. Emphasis on low end, but we'll take anything we can get. Satellite and radar right now, nice and quiet. And that's how it's going to stay all day long today. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s, 66 in Odessa, 68 in West Chase, 72 in Clearwater Beach. We're at 72 in St. Pete, 66 in Brandon, 60 in Thanona-Sassa, 63 in Zephyr Hills, 60 in Brooksville, 67 in Frostproof. For the day today, for all the kids with their after-school activities, thankfully, it's not going to be scorching hot. Of course, we're heading into the fall months, so naturally we do start to cool off a little bit. But notice, we're not looking at that really hot range, dangerously hot range where you have to worry about, any kind of overexertion of yourself later this afternoon. Rain, extremely unlikely. That rain chance, zip for the day today. High temperatures topping out in the upper 80s. So yes, it's warm, but it's not super humid. So upper 80s is going to feel more like the upper 80s to maybe low 90s, not going to feel more like the mid 90s to triple digits. That's the silver lining. Marine forecast today, if you want to get out on the water, moderate chop on the bay, seas 1 to 2 feet. By the way, today's the opening day of stone crab season. Probably going to see a lot more buoys out in the water with those crab traps underneath there. Tomorrow afternoon, 89 degrees, another comfy start with a warm day, tons of sunshine. Let's take you through the moisture content. So the brown color here, that's indicating that dry air. That is going to stick around all the way through the start of the weekend. So we'll have really nice conditions, but see the green? That's indicating that the moisture is going up. We're going to have wind come out of the south. It's going to be a little muggier on Sunday, but that's going to provide moisture as this front moves in Sunday night into Monday, which will give us another shot of fall air. But more importantly, it's going to bring us at least a little chance for rain, mainly Sunday night. So first half of the day, Sunday looks fine. Going to church, going to brunch on Sunday, no issue for the rain. But as you're winding down Sunday, it looks like a few showers and storms will be possible, and you might run into some rain going back to work and school next week. But we're not looking at a lot of rain. We're looking at maybe a quarter of an inch at best. But again, we'll take anything we can get with how dry we've been lately. 7-day forecast will show you tons of sunshine and warm weather all the way into the start of the weekend. Highs in the upper 80s, lows in the mid to upper 60s, and then we'll introduce that rain chance late Sunday into Monday.